What is good, Z Nation? DailyXander number 185. As you saw previously yesterday, DailyXander 184. Didn't actually do that much footage. All the footage was taken from me primarily in the golf cart. On top of that, long but short day in a sense, where to recount how yesterday went down, I actually accidentally overslept and got woken up to my door being knocked on from the friends I was going with to the golf charity tournament. So I really just woke up, changed, grabbed my clubs, went in the car, headed off to Tampa Bay for Saturday to go play some golf, and got back around 8 at night, and I was a bit tired, so I just fell asleep then. So I primarily went to bed around 8:30, 9-ish last night, and woke up today. Really didn't actually get out of bed fully until about 1 in the afternoon. And using my Sundays, past 2 Sundays, to really get caught up on my sleep. And from there, today, just got some sun. Did about a total of, if I remember right, about 62 handstand push-ups. Walking around Cranes Roost Park. Cranes Roost Park today had Latin Day celebration, so there was a lot of people today near the amphitheater in Cranes Roost Park. Great music was being played. I imagine a lot of dancing was going on. I just saw that bit from a distance. And also today, I chatted with my mom. I chatted with her in about a little more than over a week. FaceTime, so always good to maintain relationships from a distance, especially with family members. And then also checked in with a friend I'm helping with establishing and getting going towards reaching a fitness goal and a weight loss goal. So that's always good there. Originally I was going to actually meet with a guy I've been in contact with for a potential side income business opportunity today, but I changed it and rearranged it for tomorrow. And also I was going to do some volunteering today, but decided to do that tomorrow. So tomorrow after work, I'm going to be doing those two things. I'm going to do a quick, or depending how it goes, volunteer session after work, and then also tomorrow night I'm going to meet with a dude with this potential side business opportunity. But now that I think about it, when I met up with my Miss Trinidad friend a couple weeks ago, she was mentioning of a fitness app she's been using to do online coaching and making some side revenue that way. So that'd actually be a better fit now that I think about it. So I'm waiting on her to reply back to me on the app she uses for that, because I can't remember the app she told me about it, but it sounded actually real easy to use and not that hard to establish with. So I think that'd actually be a much more suited for me than what this other opportunity is. But regardless, I'm still getting a lot out of just meeting up with people and chatting face to face and presenting myself in very professional and very in tune with the world and very mature manner, and being able to carry my weight very strongly, that's for sure. So that's what I got going on. One of those days where I was falling in and out of sleep, slept a lot, dreamt a lot too, and very detailed. Past 2 Sundays, even 3 Sundays, after floating too, it seems like my dreams have been amplified a lot more, with more vividity. Is that a word? It sounds kind of like a word, but then since it doesn't necessarily sound like a word, vividity, we'll just call it detail. More detail than usual. And it's interesting when you're at a state where you can fall asleep pretty easily, wake up after been sleeping for over 8 hours, fall back asleep, and you find yourself in another new dream, wake up slightly, change your sleeping position, then fall back asleep, and then all of a sudden you're in another dream, it is quite interesting to be in that state where you're conscious enough to the point where when you know you're dreaming, you recognize the scenery that's going on in your dream, and you wake up, you realize that you were dreaming, you fall back asleep, and you're all self-aware, knowing that all these dreams were happening and different images were being shown, different scenarios were being shown. Obviously, I can't recount really any of it, as it's been over almost 20 plus hours, but it's still just interesting for me to look back upon it and recognize that none of these dreams were the same. None of them were really interwoven. Heck, they might have been, but I can't recall at the moment when it was happening. And just essentially for me, it was literally when my head hits my bed. I don't sleep with a pillow, so when my head hits the bed, I knock out and I'm in a new dream scenario. So it would be interesting to know what prevents certain people and what causes other people to dream, and not only dream, because I would imagine almost everybody dreams. It's just a matter of remembering if we actually dreamed or not, and other people will experience that differently and such. Another thing I've got to start working on is my speech that I'm going to give for Toastmasters, 4 to 6 minutes. Worked on it a little bit. I wrote down a statement of being different, and I'm trying to remember how I worded it. Something like, I look at my perspective. It had something to do with my perspective being different. So my perspective is much different, and then I go about viewing daily human observations that are represented in the statement I made through floating boats on the surface of life's enchanting oceans. I just don't remember how I worded it structure-wise, but comes down to that, and how I have a different perspective with viewing daily observations. But it'll be fun to continually to build upon my speech and go from there. I'll let you know how it goes for sure. And on that note, this has been the DailyXander number 185. Chugging along, staying consistent, even if the product or the documentation that I'm putting out isn't the best in the world. Right now, it's a matter of just staying consistent with the documentation and going from there. I noticed I got one more subscriber to the Z Nation, so I'm at a total of 5. No idea who my subscribers are, as I do on my uploading and everything off my iPad, so I can't go into big detail with the YouTube application. But I thank you for subscribing, whoever you are that's watching, besides my parents and maybe a couple friends. So on that note, DailyXander number 185 in the books. Thank you as always for listening to my thoughts and allowing, well, it's really myself allowing for me to express myself, but just being interested enough to hear what I have to say. So on that note, peace, love, unity, and respect. I'll catch you in the next installment. As always, be productive, be prideful, be pithy, and be positive. Peace.